Hello students. In today's class we will continue with the retail marketing mix, that is the next topic, human resource management in retailing. So human resource management involves the strategic planning and management of employees to create a productive and motivated workforce. The retail industry possesses particular HR challenges because employees deal directly with the customers. So human resource management or the human resource is very important in each and every business. It may be the skilled or the unskilled employees. So when it comes to retailing, human resource in retailing, it is very important. The human resource will be playing an important role in retailing because it is the human resource who will be interacting face to face with the customers. So the interaction, if the interaction between the customers is really successful, then the retailer will be earning a loyal customer. So a diverse workforce is typically regarded as a good thing for an organization. It helps a retailer better connect with its marketplace and usually leads to more and better ideas and results. However, employees from widely varying demographic backgrounds might have trouble developing cohesiveness. So, human resource management is extremely important in retailing because a retail store is a combination of merchandise and service. The product and service is delivered through the human interface between the store employees and customers. So, very importantly to be mentioned, human resource management or the human resource or the employees who are working in a retail stores will be playing an important role in developing the retail stores or in increasing the sales in the retail stores. So to continue with the characteristics of human resource management in retailing is the first one, large number of inexperienced workers. Of course, it is in retail business the skill or the skilled or the qualified workers we find is very less. So due to need of large retail labor force, most of the retail organizations hire workers with little or no prior work experience, and also the wages that are being paid to such type of workers will not be that attractive or according to the market that is according to the market prevailing market conditions, they will not be paid. So in a retailing business, as there is requirement of human resources, that to especially unskilled workers for an interaction or for the sales purpose in the retail business heavily, the retail business will be paying not that attractive compensation or salary for such type of employees or laborers. And the second characteristic is that long working hours. A customer maybe he may at the from morning till evening, the customer have got that freeness to get into a retail store and for and purchase products. So retail shops will be having long working hours. That means it may be from some around 9 o'clock till late 11 o'clock, 11 no, morning 9 o'clock till night 11 p.m. It may be the retail working hours that they are working for, and they'll be working for the customers because some customers may prefer purchasing the products at afternoon, and maximum customers will be preferring to purchase the products in the evening or in the weekends. So retail shops have longer working hours since most customers want to shop during evenings and weekends, and of course people will be finding time only after they complete their job, and when they are returning to their homes, they find time to get into a retail store and want to purchase a product whatever they require. So, and also in weekends also people will be finding maximum time for making arrangements or for purchasing the product that they want. So the third characteristic will be part-time employees. So due to their long working hours, retailers regularly hire part-time employees, and also that may be the reason, and also another reason may be due to what is that high employee turnover. Even the retailers will be hiring for the part-time employees. and the part-time employees, whatever they are paid will be not that attractive also. Moving on to the fourth characteristic will be highly visible employees. As I told you before, in human resource management in retailing, the maximum role played by the retail or the human resource in retailing is that they'll be having direct interaction. They'll be having direct interaction with the customers in the retail store. So it is only the human resource or the employees or the staff what the retailers have recruited will be having direct interaction or face to face interaction with the customers. And obviously these employees will be having highly visibility or should be visible to the maximum working hours there in the retail stores, because they have to interact or they have to explain or they have to explain the characteristics of the product. It may be whatever it may be, but they should be have there will be high interaction with the customers there in the retail stores, and that will be giving a higher visibility of employees in the retail stores. So retail employees are highly visible because they directly interact with the customers. Thus special care is taken with regard to their manners and appearance. And the last characteristic will be variability in the customer demand. Customer demands and preferences keep on changing, will keep on changing. So according to the demands of the customers, it is very important for a retailer to update in himself or herself along with the prevailing changes and demand. So demand of customers varies per day, per time, or per period, time period, or a season. So these were the main characteristics of human resource management in retailing. So moving on to the functions of human resource management. So the first function will be recruitment. Recruitment of employees or the employees that are required according to the preference of that retailer. It is the responsibility of the human resource management or the manager to accomplish the demands of the retailer according to the qualification or according to the designation that is required for a retailer. A great deal of attention and resources is required to attract, hire, and retain an experienced, committed, and well motivated workforce. This is perhaps one of the most basic HR functions. There are several elements to this task, such as developing a job description, advertising the job postings, screening applicants, conducting interviews, making offers, and negotiating salaries and benefits. Companies that value their people put a serious amount of investment in recruiting and staffing services. So here the recruitment or the human resource management team will have to give maximum attention in recruiting the employees to the retail stores, where such employees who are being recruited will be contributing maximum to the retailer. Moving on to the second function of HRM in retailing is training and development. So, of course, when an employee is being recruited, they will be having whatever the basic knowledge they want, like the communication skills or the basic accounting skills, or the financial skills, whatever they'll be having the basic skills what that they have studied in their graduation or post graduation. But whatever the skills they have learned or they have acquired in their graduation will be helpful, but the training will be given by the retailer or by the human resource management team in the concerned retailing stores according to the demands of the retailer. So according to the requirement of the retailer, the particular or the prescribed training process will be conducted for giving the prescribed skills or for accomplishing the required task that is being set by the retailer. And according to the development, according to the demands of the retailer, the training will be given to the concerned newly appointed employer or the laborer. The HR department is responsible for providing on the job as well as refresher training for all employees. This is the second most important function, and lack of training opportunities only increase frustration levels among employees. So, training systems must be streamlined across all locations in order to make communication and sharing of resources a convenient task. So, measurement and monitoring is another vital aspect of training in order to foster adoption of their new skills. Yes. Moving on to the third function of HRM is that professional development. Each and every retailer or each and every business will be having that interest, or will be having that responsibility of developing their employees professionally. It may be they will be supporting their employees to pursue higher education, or it may be they'll be contributing or sponsoring for the career advancement seminars, or they'll be giving some training that is being required. It may be on the job training or off the job training, various things. So the HR department allows and encourages the employees with opportunities for growth, leadership, training and education, which in turn contribute to the success of the company. Sponsoring for career advancement seminars, training, corporate social responsibilities, and trade shows will make employees feel important and cared for by the team and organization. That means they are providing, other than the financial contributions what they are giving, or financial support what they are giving to the employees, they also will be providing some other professional development schemes in these forms. That means they are motivating their employees to pursue higher education or various other things to develop professionally. Moving on to the fourth function of HRM is that benefits and compensation. See, benefits and compensation, it's not only the monetary benefits what the employer will be giving to the employee, and other than that there will be various other non-traditional benefits that will be provided in the form of flexible working hours or work days, extended vacation time, paternity or maternity leave or childcare, medical or dental insurance, corporate gym membership discounts, continuing education or skills development, award and recognition programs. So in these forms, it is not only these are not monetary benefits, but these are non-monetary benefits that will be given for a employee, just to encourage the employee to retain and to contribute more to the organization. So moving on to the next last function of human resource management is ensuring legal compliance. So the human resource management they not only look after their employees, but also they have to keep in mind various legal standards or the legal compliance to be fulfilled by the organization or by the retailer. So compliance with labor tax and employment laws is vital part of safeguarding the organization's continued existence. HR has to be aware of all the mandate laws and policies regarding employment practices, working conditions, tax allowances, required working hours, overtime, break times, minimum wage, and discrimination policies, as non compliance can affect productivity and ultimately profitability of the company. If the HR is not fulfilling any of the legal compliance that have to be fulfilled, the company or the organization may be put into problem. So whatever the government regulations and policies that have to be fulfilled must be taken care by the concerned department timely. Moving on to the next topic is features of human resource planning. So features of human resource planning involves the first point, well defined objectives. It is very important for a retailer to know what is his basic objective to be fulfilled. Along with that, what are the human resource planning or what are the human resource objectives also to be kept in mind. So, the enterprise objective and goals in its strategic planning and operating planning may form the objectives of human resource planning. Human resource needs are planned on the basis of company goals. Besides, human resource planning has its objectives like developing human resources, updating technical expertise, career planning of individual executives and people. Ensuring better commitment of people and so on also will be one of the objective of human resource planning. So according to the demands or according to the preferences or according to the objectives of the retail organization, the human resource planning also should be framed. Moving on to the second feature of human resource planning is determining human resource needs. So, human resource plan must incorporate the human resource needs of the enterprise. The thinking will have to be done in advance so that the persons are available at time when they are required. For this purpose, an enterprise will have to undertake recruiting, selecting, and training process. For example, if a employee or if some group of employees are leaving an organization, it is the responsibility of the HR team to see to it that the vacancy is being fulfilled in time, so that as soon as the demand arises, there should be the human resource management team have to see to it that the demand will be fulfilled by supplying the concerned human resources or employees in time, so that the service or the service delivery will not be lagged. Next, the third feature will be keeping manpower inventory. It includes the inventory of present manpower in the organization. The executive should know the persons who will be available to him for undertaking higher responsibilities in the near future. So according to the demands or according to the objectives of the organization, the manpower inventory. See, inventory is nothing but it's a huge word. So here manpower is not considered as human resource, but they are considered as inventory. Please note that point. So in manpower inventory have to be kept ready, so that whenever the responsibilities have to be delegated or the responsibilities have to be allocated, the concerned authority will not find it difficult in allotting the responsibilities if the manpower are available in time. So the fourth feature of human resource planning will be adjusting demand and supply. So I told you, if in case there is any vacancy, it is the responsibility of the HR team to see to it that the vacant post will be fulfilled before time. So manpower needs have to be planned well in advance, as suitable persons are available in future. If sufficient persons will not be available in future, then efforts should be made to start recruitment process well in advance. The demand and supply of personnel should be planned in advance. The last feature will be creating proper work environment. Very importantly, the work environment is the main thing which will be improvising. It may increase or it may decrease the productivity of a human resource. Please keep that in mind. It may increase or it may decrease. If there is very good working environment, there will be obvious increase in the productivity of the human resources. In the same way, if the work environment is very poor, it will be really putting down the productivity of the human resources very badly. So besides estimating and employing personnel, human resource planning also ensures that good working conditions are created. Employees should like to work in the organization and they should get proper job satisfaction. So these were the important features of human resource planning. So moving on to the benefits of human resource planning will be as given below. So the benefits of human resource planning are as below. It helps to ascertain and identify critical shortages of skilled staff and take corrective action by timely recruitment, etc., so as to prevent production breakdown or underutilization of plant capacity. It enables organization to cope with changes in competitive forces, markets, technology, product, etc. It also enables the procurement of personnel with necessary qualification, skill, knowledge, work experience, and work attitude. Employees who are inducted with will be skilled as the company has already planned its training programs. It also involves in selection and development of employees well in advance so as to meet any contingencies. Besides looking and reacting to staff deficit, manpower planning is also able to identify any surplus redundancy, if any, in an organization. Turnover and profits of the organization will increase due to quality work and can increase the number of clients quickly than any other organization. So, these were the important benefits of human resource planning. So, in today's class, we discussed very importantly regarding human resource management in retailing and functions of HRM, features of human resource planning, and what are the benefits of human resource planning. Thank you, students. Thank you, one and all.